Yeah, g'day, it's Paul at Glenbogle again. Something we haven't covered because we're doing a bit on water lilies is submerged growing plants. Plants that are commonly referred to as oxygenators. So they obviously all plants produce oxygen, but ones that grow down under the water and produce oxygen therefore into the water are something that commonly people ask for. And we have about 20 varieties, give or take, that we sell, but we're going to focus on 3 today. The first of which is blue hygro. Now before we get into that, I just thought I'd show you our label system. We have a really simplistic label system to make it easier for people to understand what is submerged, which means it will grow its whole life underwater, and what is more bog and marginal. Any of our plants that come with a yellow label means that plant can spend its whole life underwater. More detail is available on the label to show what depth underwater, so some of them can go to 1 metre deep, some of them just like being minorly submerged, so only in a few inches of water. White label is the bog and marginal plants, the things like your papyrus and your irises and the ones that prefer wet feet or wet areas. But as I said, we're going to focus on submerged plants today, and in particular 3 varieties. The first of which is blue Hyrgophila. Now blue Hyrgophila is a common aquarium plant, will grow in goldfish tanks, tropical tanks. Really adaptable to most places in the country. As the word says, blue, it does have a tiny little blue flower which more at the moment looks white. Really not something you'd want to buy it for. It will only flower when its foliage is out of the water. So if it's permanently grown underwater, it won't flower. These plants have a good solid stem. So pulling a plant out, they have a good solid woody stem which helps them support their weight above the water. So this particular variety will grow up and out and can get to heights with the supportive foliage around it of up to 1 metre. But it will grow in easily 1/2 metre of water, no problems whatsoever. It's got quite a fibrous leaf, so the goldfish struggle to chew on it too much, and they certainly won't be able to eat into the stem. So they can eat the foliage back, but if you want it to regrow because the fish have been hammering away at too much, bring it up shallower in the water, let it get more foliage, and then lower it back down. It will spend its whole life underwater, but it can grow partially in, partially out. So that's blue Hyrgophila, scientific name Hyrgophila augustifolia. We're going to take you up to the shade house next and show you the next 2 varieties that are really popular for us. Right, back up here in the tunnel house, this variety of plant is known as Myriophyllum variifolium. Probably one of the 2 most popular plants that we sell for just about anywhere in the pond. It will grow in 1 metre depth of water, where its foliage will change quite dramatically. It will become a thinner stem and more feathery looking. Plant that grows naturally in Australia and New Zealand, known also from time to time or confused with Hippurus or mare's tail, which you can obviously get. It's called pine tree as well. But it's known mostly by most people as Myriophylllum variifolium. As I said, will grow in 1 metre depth, but can grow just about anywhere in the pond. Semi-shade, full sun. It's a great one for fish to spawn in. The next one that we're going to show you over here, duck around the corner, is probably our stalwart, our go-to for anyone who's in doubt. This is a native plant, Myriophyllum propinquum, and we just used to always refer to it as Myriophyllum. That's the family. But this plant will grow in 1 metre of water. It tolerates the cold really well. Variifolium will also tolerate the cold, but as you can see, it's a smaller, more delicate version of the mare's tail or the variifolium. It starts out, you can thick and pruny, but that, once you drop it underwater, will grow in a depth of water, no problems, 1 metre deep. And it's a great one for spawning fish. It's a great one for colder climates. It doesn't really like the hot months, but if it's growing in the water submerged, it won't notice it anywhere in New Zealand. Those particular 3 are really good. There are plenty of others, but we just thought today we'd give you a short rundown on our 3 best-selling submerged plants. Pretty much those 3 you can grow in any depth, full sun, not full sun, and they will do really well for you anywhere in New Zealand. Hope that helps out. Talk to you next time.